conference contest with the Trailblazers. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Eric Gordon.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
You look at the Pelicans, and they're one of the elite teams in first place in the Western Conference.
When I look at New Orleans, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Now, here's Lillard, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Q, defended by Batum. Holiday, the pass to Q. Batum with the steal. Robinson inside. And he banks in the layup.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns.
And their energy level at the defensive end was fantastic in that game, guys. They made finding an open shot very difficult in half-court situations.
And I thought, Steve, they excelled in transition defense as well. The energy level you talked about was obvious in that part of the game, too.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. It's Williams with the drive. Aldridge left side. And it's sent back by Kaman. Another shot. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Q. That drops.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And Lillard kicks to Williams. Back to Lillard. Outside for Batum. Just 4 to shoot. Lillard with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Lillard misses.
And, you know, a great start for last season's Rookie of the Year, Damian Lillard. Assuming the mantle of starting point guard for the Blazers and proving himself more than ready for the task. He played with a poise and maturity that you rarely see in young point guards in the NBA.
And for Lillard, he came a long way from being a lightly recruited player out of high school and being a star at a small school, Weber State, to the Knicks pick in the 2012 draft and a day-one starter for the Blazers.
But you know, Kevin, he doesn't seem like the guy who's going to be satisfied with just winning Rookie of the Year. He's got more in store. He's got more on his mind, becoming an all-star, becoming a winner, and it's going to be important for him to continue to work on his game and develop.
Well, when we were riding over tonight in the car to the arena, you were saying I love his demeanor.
Yeah, and his work ethic, and just the way he carries himself.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
So it's the Pelicans now, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Q passes to Gordon. Here's Q. Good, he hits the jump shot. Q's got 6. Here's Lillard, right now averaging 15 points a game. He kicks it to Aldridge. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Robinson. Trailblazers moving the ball around. A second chance effort, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
For New Orleans, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Q defended by Batum. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. A moment now to look at the all-time list for blocks in a season. 7'4" Mark Eaton with 5.5 blocks a game. Wow.
that is a ridiculous number, Kevin. Eaton was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Just a 4th-round pick out of UCLA back in 1982. Tell you what, he sure panned out for the Jazz.
Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Robinson.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Q defended by Batum. So the wing on the left. Came in, passes to Q. He dishes it to Davis. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Davis has got 6.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Lillard against Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Q, he's guarded by Williams. Here's Q, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Here's Lillard looking for his first basket still in this one. And Lillard gets double teamed. Williams attacking. Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. New Orleans making some changes here. Jason Smith comes in for Chris Kaman. And it's Anderson in for Davis.
Ryan Anderson.
Pelicans on D. 6-point game. And Freeland kicks to Batum. Nailed from 3-point land. Batum's got 5.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. The Pelicans have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Now here's Williams, averaging 10 points per contest. Holiday against Lillard. Clock at 4. From 15 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Terry Stotts gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, we'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thanks. And this is a good time to show you some of the league's most disruptive defenders over the past month, the steal leaders at the small forward. And you look at Q, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
He is a pest out there on the wing. One slip of concentration, one careless pass, and he'll be going the other way with it.
Quickness and awareness, Steve, and that makes him a superior defender. I mean, as his ranking indicates, he possibly is the best defensive small forward in the league.
And so here is New Orleans. They're leading by 8. Here's Meeks. Poke loose. Pass to Q. New Orleans needs to get off the shot. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Here is Watson. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Missed inside. Pelicans leading by 10. Q passes to Anderson. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Yeah, and it seemed like the difference in that game, guys, was the defensive effort. They forced a lot of turnovers, and that allowed them to get out and get some easy looks in transition.
Now Leonard, after the missed three from Anderson. And Leonard gets it to go.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And so it's New Orleans with it. 8-point game. Meeks passes to Q. Up and in on the layup. Q's got 12 points in the game. Now let's go back to what Steve just said. Such a strong defensive performance they turned in last time.
Well, you know what was remarkable about it, Kevin, was how many turnovers there were. I mean, it wasn't all about defense. There was some sloppy ball handling taking place on the other side, too. You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
We've got 9 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. That's good. And now a 12-point Pelican lead.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Here's Watson out to the right wing. McCollum. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. McCollum's got his first 2 points.
Not sure how he got that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to take the shot.
Stolen by McCollum. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Pelicans on top, up 10 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
The end of the regular season is in sight.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for New Orleans.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Q in at the 3. Anthony Morrow out there with Brian Roberts. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Davis in at the power forward. And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the basket by Thomas Robinson. Davis dishes to Morrow. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Q.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint. You know, for now, the Trailblazers are still the basketball team in the Pacific Northwest. You know, Seattle made a strong push to acquire the Kings, made a record bid, but the owners decided that Sacramento had done its part to keep the Kings, and so Seattle has to wait.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And so it's New Orleans with it. There's the dish to Kaman. And it's New Orleans scoring again. And Clark, going back, you know, the Blazers, one of 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. You also had the Sonics in Seattle and, Steve, you know, the Vancouver Grizzlies.
And I think those 2 cities, particularly Seattle, Kevin, are strong contenders for a new NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings, but when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team.
Joel Freeland, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but you know, another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And there's the foul. It's on Q. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And a look at the top single-season player efficiency ratings. I love this statistic. Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we've got some more modern talent representing as well.
Yeah, you're talking the elites of the game when you go down that list. Interesting to see a new school stat kind of juxtaposed with the old school legends, but you know, the rankings obviously make sense if those guys are at the top.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. He thinks they can find much better shots than what they've been getting if they just slow things down a bit. They've been far too impatient on the offensive end for him. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Davis, the pass to Q. Back to Davis. There's the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And it's blocked by Gordon.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Heyman's shot is good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Brian Roberts was a 27-year-old rookie last season, guys. He played his college basketball at Dayton. I watched him there and really thought he was outstanding as a collegiate player. Spent some years playing internationally, but seemed to be NBA ready in his first season. He was a nice surprise for the Hornets as the backup point guard. You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Now here's Kaman. Davis, the pass to Q. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Q's got 20 points. Well, back to Brian Roberts, a good outside shooter, plays with composure.
Shot 91% from the line last year and 39% from long range. So, yeah, he does have a good shooting stroke. Also a good decision maker. I like the way he handles himself out on the floor.
That's good. Pelicans leading by 14. The pass to Q. Davis with a screen on Batum. In low to Davis. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Davis has got 8.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
And Lillard kicks to Robinson. Lillard outside. That's good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The Pelicans have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Here's Q. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Q's got 22.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Freeland. Outside, Batum. Offensive rebound. And the call will go against Thomas Robinson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. New Orleans making some changes. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Pelicans on top.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. It's been a great Sunday of basketball so far. The Pelicans rolling early on. They haven't settled on tough shots. They're taking it strong inside. They're getting quality shots and a lot of quantity of those quality shots. Another great outing tonight for Q, picking up where he left off in the win against the Utah Jazz. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Just a fantastic game for Q. 22 points and 2 rejections. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
Yeah, he's just so focused right now. You can see it in his eyes.
Robinson and Aldridge down low. Damian Lillard out there with Mo Williams, and it's Batum in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. And I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Williams dishes to Batum. Williams passes to Lillard. And there's the feed to Robinson. 5 to shoot. And that one is hammered home. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou, Kevin. That I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me, but better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
And that one's good. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. The 11-footer. Here's Q. Got it. Good job in the low post. Q's got 24.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Lillard attacking. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Damian Lillard played in a small school. Came out of Weber State. But the Blazers liked what they saw, and anybody who watched Damian Lillard liked what they saw. I mean, he was the most effective pick-and-roll player in the college game at Weber State. They knew with the prominence of that play in the NBA that he had a skill that would translate well to the pros. Boy, did it ever.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kev. Well, Q in their last time out against the Jazz got down to business. He finished with 39 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
And for Lillard, running that pick and roll, he grasps the nuances, doesn't he? Looking off the weak side defender, all the little things, the mind games even, to make that play work so well.
Well, it was on-the-job training for him last year, Kevin, in his rookie season, because all of a sudden he was seeing defenses he hadn't seen before. Blitzes and blues and people going under or over, and you have to navigate your way through those things as a point guard, but he did an awfully good job of it.
Well, you were telling me a great story that his college coach kept showing him all kinds of pick and rolls with Steve Nash and all kinds of NBA players, the way those point guards would navigate, and he picked it up, and by the time he was a senior in college, he had it down. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside, and that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He doesn't want them settling for outside shots anymore. He wants their points to come at the rim. Look for them to really start attacking that basket. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the basket by Gordon.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside Williams. Kicks to Batum. Stolen by Gordon. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Pelicans have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Boy, you talk about a franchise having some terrible luck with injuries. Portland is certainly that team. A lot of emerging stars in Rip City have had their careers or tenure cut short because of injury. And the injury bug, once again, reared its head for Portland. Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
And Lillard gets double teamed. And they're running. Jumps up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
As you said, with the Blazers throughout the ages, they've had to deal with injuries to guys like Walton and Oden and most recently Roy. Unfortunately, Steve, starting over is something that they are used to doing.
But they are in a pretty good position to do so right now, Kevin. I think they've been really good in the draft the last couple of years. Obviously, they got a star in Damian Lillard that they can build around. To me, the key is LaMarcus Aldridge. Can they re-sign him? Can he be that dominant low-post guy in Portland for the next 5 or 6 years? He sure has the potential.
He feeds it to Robinson. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, the fans out in Phoenix really hoping for a win in that one.
Hugh passes to Keenan, and he gets it to go. Keenan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Lillard dishes to Williams. Robinson left side. The 17-footer. Good on the jump shot. Robinson's got 16 points. And here's New Orleans now. They set the screen. Heinrich kicks to Davis. Pass to Q. Back to Davis. No good. Some solid defense from Robinson.
He's not a name that a lot of people think of when you list, the top post defenders in the NBA, but I believe LaMarcus Aldridge is one of the most underrated post defenders in the NBA because of that length and quickness.
He was all alone on that one. 8 points for Damian Lillard.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement, and as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
And, the rebounding edge here has been key because they're getting a lot of extra possessions offensively as a result.
Guys, you're absolutely right. It's made all the difference.
Here's Q. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And we take a moment to check out the all-time seasons and scoring average. Lo and behold, the great Wilt Chamberlain, the former Kansas Jayhawk, featuring certainly prominently here.
No surprise there, Kevin. I mean, he averaged 50 points for a season. Think about that. Of course, it was a different era for the NBA. There were 20 or 30 more field goal attempts per game than we see now. Much faster game, much looser defense, but still 50 a game. Think about that.
Back to Anderson. Wide open look. And he gets the bucket. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Poked away. Freeland, the pass to Crabbe. And they're moving it up. Here's Q, rips down the breakaway slam.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
Now here's McCollum, right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's Anderson, and that's not going to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pelicans running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway.
Coming up this Friday, April 11th, the New Orleans Pelicans take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's Western Conference action. Don't miss out.
And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. So for New Orleans right now, Q in at small forward. Anderson is out there with Jason Smith. Then there's Brian Roberts. And it's Morrow in at the shooting guard. Roberts passes to Q. 4 on the shot clock. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff.
And Clark, you mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets, but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. Steve, looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, blue is featured on the Louisiana State flag. Gold, Mardi Gras color, of course. You know, and then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea what red represents.
Second chance shot, dishes to Smith, and it's blocked. And here is Williams. Feeds to Batum. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Outside Williams. Good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Roberts passes to Q. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And stolen by Aldridge. Batum attacking. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. Fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
Here's Q, and it's sent back by Robinson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Heinrichs checked in. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Anderson passes to Q. Six to shoot. Here's Smith. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smith's got 19 points. And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2012.
And the new training staff is advanced in not just injury treatment, but injury prevention. And that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using Eastern medicine. So they're not leaving any stone unturned.
Q passes to Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got 10 points here in the second half.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Heinrich. On the wing, Batum. Lillard from outside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Pelicans have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Q passes to Smith. Batum with the steal. Aldridge down low. He's against Anderson, and that one's good by Aldridge.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
New Orleans gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Smith with a screen on Batum. Q passes to Smith, and stolen by Aldridge. And Lillard gets double teamed. The kick out to Williams. Rejected by Morrow. Second shot opportunity. Robinson, that's good.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Anderson outside. Out to the wing. Q defended by Batum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Q. He kicks it to Smith. To the wing right side. Heinrich passes to Q. He dishes it to Smith. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, this is a pick-and-roll league. We all know that everyone runs it, and he's really, really good with that particular play. He'll set the screen, but really good timing when he rolls, and then the ability to catch and make a shot from there.
And another aspect of his game that I really like is how effectively he sets picks. It's overlooked sometimes, but he does a great job of positioning and getting there at the right time to set a screen to help a teammate get free.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for New Orleans.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had already, 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And after a number of battles over the course of this season series, this victory tonight is going to finish them off with an advantage of 3-1 on the year against the Trailblazers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Q. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
Heinrich with it, now defended by McCollum. Smith the pass to Q. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Smith. Shot from free throw range. That one rolling around and rims out.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W.
Well, Anthony, certainly a great win here tonight. What was the key to what this team...
Hey, what's up? What are you here for, man?
You did it, man.
What's up?
Your own signature shoes.
What? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I thought you were gonna say when I saw you standing there,
Hey,
bro.
look, man, pretty soon, kids around the world gonna be wearing your shoes, bro.
This is awesome. I've been waiting for this day since I was like a little youngin', dude.
Hey, man, look, let's go celebrate, my brother.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's my boy
Proud
right
of you,
there.
man.